We're ready to rock and roll. Let's do this. Come on. Where's David? Oh, right there. Okay. I want to take a minute. Woo! Last year, someone introduced me and I didn't have to do this role, but I guess I've got to do it this year. Would everybody take their seats? Okay. My name is Jen Sampson, alum. Thank you. Former student body president, but most currently chair of the board of trustees. And what I really want to say to all of you tonight is thank you. This is going to be a great night. All of you in this room have some connection to the College of Idaho, whether you were a student here, whether you volunteer here, where you had a child that went here, whether you just live in our community. But what you know more than anything is we change lives and we change people's lives. And it's going to be a fantastic night. I also got a little bit of intel that the shorter we keep the speeches, the larger the gifts. So with that, I would like to turn you over to a quick video, and then afterwards, David Douglas, the current president of the College of Idaho, will be up on stage to introduce our MCs. So have a great night, be generous, and thank you so much.
I'm Brody White. I am from Caldwell, Idaho. I have grown more at this school than you could ever imagine. I've had the ability to do that here more than I would anywhere else. Because at big schools, a lot of the time, like, you're just a number. But here, it's so much more than that.
My name is Keely Wilson. I'm a junior here at the College of Idaho. Just based on my own experience, I've been so immensely blessed with the people that have not only shaped my perspective about the college and what the college experience is about, but also their support, and that has just changed my life, and I couldn't be more grateful for everybody at the College of Idaho.
My name is Christian Benishek. I'm a senior at the College of Idaho. I sat down at the lunch table on my first day, and there was a student from Germany, from Tanzania, from Laos, from Vietnam. How lucky am I to have this experience where I can be talking with students from all over the globe.
I'm Jessica Stires. I am a senior here at the College of Idaho. I'm a first-generation college student in my family, so college wasn't really in my cards unless I had a pretty nice scholarship. Thankfully here they give academic and athletic scholarships, and I'm unbelievably grateful that I get to have both. I wouldn't be able to go to college if I didn't have one, and so it's really changed the game for me, and I'm able to chase my dreams.
The scholarship support that the College of Idaho provides is incredible for students who would like to further their academic career, but it's much more than that in the sense that it allows students to connect with the most cool, inclusive, loving community you could ever be a part of.
Everybody truly has made a difference, and I think scholarships show that. There's so many people you could thank for that, and it's just been honestly like a dream, and I think a lot of people have no clue the scholarships that are out there like that.
The competitive scholarship Steve I offered has allowed me to lead a marching band, to be a resident assistant, to be an intern at Albertsons, to be a ranger in Yosemite. And without the scholarships, without those donors who raised their paddles, I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah. Good evening, folks. I am David Douglas. I serve as president of the College of Idaho, and I have to admit I didn't really care for Jen's tone in introducing me as the current president. When I introduce Lily as my current wife, I get in trouble for the longest time. The College of Idaho is 135 years old, and it was established in 1891. If you've read your program in the frontispiece, you'll note a little piece I put in there, noting that Stanford University was established the same year, began operation in 1891 as well. But in contrast to the College of Idaho, which began on a sum of $10,000, combination from the Presbyterian Church and donors like you, a sum total of $10,000, Stanford had $20 million, the same amount that Jack Cafferty has promised to raise tonight. Those who were here last year may recall I gave a highly elucidating lecture on the enthymeme and neurotransmission, and I thought I would give an equally interesting lecture tonight to kick things off, really get us going. But Dwayne Stickle, seated right down here in front of me, has promised that his generosity is inversely related to the length of time that I speak. So I am delighted to introduce our student MCs for this evening, Keely Wilson and Jessica Stiers. Keely and Jessica.
Thank you. Okay. Hello, everyone. This is so awesome. I am Jessica Stiers, as you saw in that video. I'm a senior here, graduating this spring. I am studying exercise science, and I'm also part of the indoor volleyball team.
And I'm,
Oh, yes. yeah.
and I'm Keely Wilson. I'm a junior at the College of Idaho. I'm graduating in 2027, and I'm studying elementary education, and I am also a member of the indoor volleyball team.
We just wanted to say, thank you guys so much for honoring us with this position as co-MCs. And we cannot express how grateful we are to be here tonight. Thank you so much.
And we heard there was many accomplished individuals in this room tonight, and that can only mean one thing. You all must have graduated from the College of Idaho. One thing that Jessica forgot to mention was that she met the love of her life at the College of Idaho.
Yes, this is true. Cooper, he's right over there. I see him. Yes, I did meet the love of my life here, and it is truly such a blessing. Anyone else, if you've met the love of your life, raise your hand. Yeah, look at the love. Look at the love. Ashley, I see you over there. Where's Jack? Is he working around over there? Yeah.
Doug, did you raise your hand? Yep.
Oh.
You're looking very dashing tonight. Beth, great job picking out that outfit.
Killed it.
Do you want to tell him about your news, or we keeping that under wraps?
Oh, right. Yes. As you may have heard, I am a new mom. I have an adorable 4-month-old, and yes, I know I look great for being a new mom. I know. And she is my pride and joy. She is beautiful, and I think we might be able to put up a picture. Yes. There she is. That is Gummy, my cat. She is truly the love of my life, and sometimes we do call her Dummy, though, and I think she really needs to attend the College of Idaho to get an education and maybe get a scholarship or two. And Keely, you failed to tell everyone that you're actually an overachiever on and off the court. You've had not 1, not 2, but 3 hip surgeries. Keely, you're killing it. Come on.
You know, it's true. But thankfully, by the 3rd one, my parents met their deductible. So, Mom and Dad, you're welcome. But really, all these surgeries have prepared me for an event like this. I can now relate to the orthopedic conversation at the table. But seriously, the support at the College of Idaho is unmatched, and that relays in scholarships. And like you saw in the video, I am a recipient of a scholarship. And coming from a small rural community, I would not have been able to come to the college or pursue the education that I have without gratefully receiving these scholarships.
And as a transfer student here, I've been incredibly grateful to receive scholarships that have made it possible for me to further my education. If it wasn't for scholarships, I wouldn't have been able to get my bachelor's and earn it, And now that I am graduating, I will become an alum like many of you, and I can further my education even more with the alumni scholarships for the graduate programs. Come on, that's great. Yes.
That proves to me that Yote Fam is truly for life.
True.
Now, please join us in recognizing our wonderful sponsors who made this event possible. First, our presenting sponsor, DB Fitzpatrick, who has stuck by our side for the long haul.
Next, our title sponsors, Boise Cascade and Blue Cross of Idaho. Also, our Adopt a Yote sponsors, Albertsons, Del Taco, and US Bank. Del Taco, you guys rock. Seriously, yeah.
As well as our silent auction sponsors, Holly Troxel, no relation to Colton Troxel, who will be out here in a moment, Fisher's Technology, Pepsi, and Caxton Printers. And lastly, our supporting sponsor, Albertsons. Thank you for the beautiful centerpieces in this evening and for supporting the college in every endeavor. Please join us in thanking these sponsors once again.
We would also like to recognize those who have played a significant role in making the Scholarship Gala a success. Our Gala committee members, please stand as we read your names.
Trisha Bauer.
Oh, there she is.
Courtney Butler.
Oh.
Jenny Carrier. Holly Little. Jody Nasser. And last but definitely not least, Jen Sampson.
And now, let's welcome our auctioneer extraordinaire, Zach Crone, for tonight's live auction and Adopt a Yote paddle.
Yeah. And we can't forget our talented silent student auction reader, Brody White.
Oh, thank you. Aren't these the best MCs? Holy moly, they're hilarious. They're talented. They're very funny. One more hip surgery and it's free. Hello, everybody. I'm Zach Crone, and thank you for not wasting a good round of applause on me. Brody, you really seem to have a big fan out there. I heard that scream. Who was that?
It's definitely Gigi. Oh, it's my best friend Abby. Look at her back there.
Oh, best friend, eh?
She is
No
my
one has
support.
girlfriends. You just have best friends. You just collect best
That's all
friends.
you need in life, Zach.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
19 years old, and he can grow more facial hair than me. Look at this guy.
That's awesome.
It's great to see you up here. I can't believe he's the only 19-year-old that's never tried kombucha. Look at him go.
Kombucha's the best, guys. Come on, get on the train. Let's go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after months of collaboration, I'm thrilled to be back for a third time. And as many of you know, tonight's event is about so much more than the food, the drink, or this beautiful venue. Tonight is a culmination of celebration and fine recreation. So if you're here for the gravitation towards libation, conversation, or social acclamation, we hope that you'll give kind contemplation towards a wonderful donation for the health and dedication of the next generation. And I wanted to thank a couple of very hardworking people who I've had the pleasure of collaborating with. We simply would not be enjoying this illustrious evening and affair without the dedication, sheer willpower, and hard work by our development director, Deidre Walters, and our VP of College Relations, Jack Cafferty. Thank you, Jack and Deidre. Rock stars. Now, I hope that you've all been properly wined and dined to be kind, refined, aligned, and inclined to raise a bid card for this worthy cause to get behind, because we now have the pleasure of turning this show over to you. And to make it a show to remember, this will be your key. Every single time you raise this bid paddle tonight, whether you win something or not, you don't even have to win anything. You just have to make a richer person pay more. And we all do it. Am I right, general contractors? Yeah. No, but seriously, every time you raise this bid paddle tonight, whether you win something or not, you're playing an active role in providing scholarships and a deserved Yotes education to so many people who want it. So by a show of bid paddles in the air or a huge round of applause, how many of you have been having a great time so far? Not bad. There's one bid card. There's two. All right. by an even greater show of bid paddles in the air, an even bigger round of applause. How many of you are here solely and specifically and above all else to show your love, support, and generosity for your yotes? That's what I'm doing here. Fantastic. Well, now is a time where you'll bid and compete to win or fall undefeated. It won't be discreet as you bid on things from delicious dinners to exotic retreats. So let's kick it up a gear into a premier frontier to buy a souvenir from an auctioneer. And bid with courage and bid without fear. It's easy to do if your spouse isn't here. And if this is your induction, just follow my instruction as a power participation. And your advocation will lead to construction of this entertaining production. It's an auction, so don't be a sitting duck, because with just a little luck, you won't get beaten. It's time for living and giving you a bit of high. It's time for loving, believing, and doing what's right. So do your best in this contest. It's all for the kids. Let's see those bids. Put down your drinks and fancy concoctions. Raise those bid numbers and let's have an auction. Let's go. All right. Now, our first live auction item, it's not going to be up on the screen. It's not going to be in your program, but I guarantee it's something everybody wants who's an avid collector or just a serious spirit aficionado. Our first live auction item. Let's get a good shot of that. A true American icon. This is the 2023 Old Rip Van Winkle, 10-year aged, highly sought after, release cherished by collectors and connoisseurs alike from our good friends at Pappy Van Winkle. Aged for a full decade. When it was made, he was 9. It is rich, it is smooth, it is filled with depth and unmistakable craftsmanship that has made this one of the most legendary whiskeys on earth. Whether you choose to showcase it as a crown jewel in your collection or uncork it for a truly special occasion, this 2023 bottle of Old Rip Van Winkle 10-year-old is a timeless treasure. It is hard to find. You can't buy this in the store. You can barely find them at auction. These just sit on people's shelves and engage. Is he legally allowed to hold this?
19.
I'm not sure. You're
I'm 19.
You can hold it.
I can hold it.
Now, we are going to start the bidding off for this 10-year aged of Rip Van Winkle. Okay, I kind of need the lights now. We're going to start the bidding off for this beautiful bottle at just $1. If you don't raise a bid card for $1 at a charity function, one of a few things is true. One, you suck at math, or two, I forgot to tell you that we're raising money for the Yotes. So by a show of unity, solidarity, charity, kindness, giving, and goodwill, how many of you would pay $1 for a 10-year age bottle? Every bid card shot, bam, in the air right now. $1 and 5 and 10 and 20 and 40 and 60. There's 80 and 100, now 2, 4, 6. Who'd have been 8? Now there's 8 and 1,000, now 12. 12, now 14. 16, now 18 in the front, now 2. 2 straight ahead, now 2 1/4. 2 1/4, now 25. Looking for 27.50. Looking for, who stepped on Gigi's toe? We're at 22.50, now 25. Looking for a bid of 27.50. I'm at 25 to Chad. Looking for a bid of 27.50 now. You're already, are they bidding against themselves, Chad? They're at 25 already. Bidder 238 is in the lead at 25. Okay, 20, is that a new bidder, Chad? Why are you, 27.50, I took it in the front, now 3. 3 over here to bidder 178, who has no idea what just happened, by the way. Okay, we have a bid of 3 1/4, now 35. Need a bid of 35, you're out. Looking for a bid of 35, I'm at 35 to bidder 304. Folks, we've committed our first live auction party foul. We have a bid of 37.50 with Chad, and nobody is cheering for them. There it is. We're at 37.50, need a bid of 4. You're all out in the front, looking for a bid of 4 now. Looking for $4,000 to bidder 304. Looking for a bid of 4 1/4. Looking for a bid of 4 1/4 now. I have a bid of $4,000 going once. Looking for a bid of 4 1/4. Chad, do you have 2 bidders, or are you just dealing with this guy? He's at 4. Looking for 4 1/4 going once. Looking for a bid of 4 1/4 going twice. Looking for a bid, now, Jonathan, which of my 2 bidders up front was at 37.50? Right over here. She was at 37.50, you sure? She's saying no. We have a bid of 4 going once. Looking for a bid of 4 1/4 going, what's that? We're at a bid of 35. He's at 35. Clarification has transpired. No one bats 1,000. Looking for a bid of 37.50. I'm at 37.50 down in front. Now 4. Your turn at 4 in the bow tie. We're at a bid of 37.50. Looking for a bid of 4. Looking for a bid of 4, sir, going once. Looking for a bid of 4, going twice. If you lose, you have to drink an entire handle of Jose Cuervo tonight. I have a bid of $37.50 in the front, looking for a bid of 4, going once, looking for a bid of, you know what? I like you in the back, sir. You drive a hard bargain. I'm just curious. Oh, yes. Come with me, Brody. It turns out that we have not one, but 2 bottles of delicious Rip Van Winkle. How about we sell it to both of you at your bid of $3,500, sir? He backed out. Got it. We have 2 bottles. We have 1 bidder at $37.50. If someone goes to 35, we can sell it twice. This guy backed out in the back. Would anyone like it for $3,500? We can sell it twice. Going once, going twice. Last chance. Final offer. We're going to say sold for $3,500 to the gentleman in the front. Well done. Raise your bid card, high and proud. Bidder number 422. Bidder 422. No. All right, Brody, you are going to take us through our next live auction item. Follow along your program, follow along on the screen, or listen to the buttery sunshine that is my voice. Take it away, Brody.
All right, guys, let's get this thing kind of started again. I mean, we already got an amazing bottle of whiskey sold, but this auction item is an elevated evening at Pica in McCall. This is for 10 guests for a private dining experience, starting with cocktails at Whitetail Golf Course, and this includes private transportation to be whisked away to your exquisite 5-course meal. This was donated by Chet and Debbie Wood, Jen and Shane Sampson, and Pica. So get ready for a meal that you'll never forget.
You will get hungry again. This dinner is perfect for a prosperous, paramount, prominent party, a preferential preference of pristine purity and prestige, with a pen shop for palate-pleasing portrayals and perfection. For this popular, poignant party package provides preeminent, precious possibilities. Let's start low and see where we go with opening bid of $500. Do I have anyone at $500 for this wonderful dinner for 10? Need a bid of $500. Looking $500 in the front, now $750. We're at $500 in the front, $750 at the side. Now a bid of $1,000. You're at $1,000 with Chad, looking for a bid of $1,250. Need a bid of $1,250 now. Looking for $1,250. You're out, sir, at table 18. I have a bid of $1,000. Looking for a bid of $1,250 now. Need a bid of $1,250. We have a bid of $1,000 going once. Looking for a bid, $1,250 down in front. Looking for a bid of $15, Chad. Looking for a bid of $15. Need a bid of $15. We're at $1,250 at table 9. $15 to bidder 353. Looking for a bid of $17.50, now 2. Looking for a bid of 2 in the back. Need a bid of 2. Looking for a bid of 2. I'm at $17.50 in the front. Looking for a bid of $2,000. Going once. Need a bid of $2,000. Going twice. We have it $2,000. Now 2 1/4. 2 1/4 we have it. Now 25. Back to you, dear, at 25. 25 to Gigi, who sounds like she got in a car accident, looking for a bid of $27.50. I have a bid of 25. Looking for $27.50, sir. Come on back at $27.50. I have 25. I can only sell it once. Going once. I have a bid of 25 to Gigi's bidder. Last chance. Final offer at $27.50. All done, all through. Sold. $2,500 to Gigi's bidder. Bidder 338. Bidder 338.
All right, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest coming to the stage. Bring it down a notch, because they have very cute and sensitive ears. Shh. Let's bring up little Finny.
Little Finny, look at her, everyone. Guys, this next item is by far my favorite one of the night and all of your golden opportunity. This is the adorable golden retriever puppy, Finny. This was donated by Dr. Bob and Jean Bonar and is being presented by my childhood best friend, Darby Rossi. And we were talking in the back earlier, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of told her to put her in her purse, but she wouldn't really listen to me, so I guess we have to auction her off anyways. So who wants to take home the lovely Finny?
Here, Chad. Okay. Whoever said diamonds are a girl's best friend never owned a puppy. Hello, who's your good girl? Oh, your good girl. Oh, it's like touching a cloud. Where do we start? How do you put a price on love? Let's start the bidding off at $1,000. for this beautiful new member. 1,000, 15, now 2. There's 2 at the side, now 25. 25, we have it, now 3. 3 at the side, now 35. You're out, sir, at 35. I have a bid of 3 to my left. Looking for a bid of 35. 35 to bidder 131, now 4. I have 4 in the back. Do I hear 45 in the very back? 45, looking for 5 now. Need a bid of 5,000. Do I have a bid of 5 to UGG? Looking for a bid of 5. I'm at 4,500 in the very back, looking for a bid of 5,000. We're at 4,500, looking for a bid of 5. Need a bid of 5. Will he bid? Looking for a bid of 5 now. Need a bid of 5,000. I have a bid of 4,500. You're out, sir, at 5. I have 5,000. Thank you, Jack. Would you do 55, my dear? 55. Now 6. 6 back to Jack's bidder. Looking for a bid of 6. I have 55. Looking for a bid of 6,000. Need a bid of 6,000. We're at 55. Looking for a bid of 6. We're at 55. Any further advance? Need a bid of 6,000. Looking for a bid of 6,000, Winston. Looking for a bid of 6,000. We have a bid of 55. Going once. 6,000 has been bid. Want to go to 7, my dear? Looking for a bit of 7. Looking for a bit of 7. Don't worry, your food will still be there when we're done with this. Looking for a bit of 7. She's not even looking at me. It's like I asked her to prom right there. Looking for a bit of 7. You're out, my dear. Right behind you, Andrew. Right, Jonathan, right behind you. Jonathan, right behind you. Looking for a bit of 7. I have a bit of 6 in the front. Looking for a bit of 7. I'll give you a shot at 65. We're at a bit of 6 to Winston in the front. Look, put him at 65. Let's see 65. Put him at 65. Put him at 65. 65 in the back. Now 7, Winston. We're at a bit of 65. We have a bit of 65. Looking for 7 now. Looking for a bit of 7, Winston. Looking for a bit of 7. Need a bit of 7,000. We have a bit of 7,000. Thank you, Chad. In the very back, now 75. Need a bit of 75. Let's go say hi. Looking for a bit of 75 to stay with tradition. We're at 7 to bidder 2, 3, 4. We're at 7 with them, correct? Looking for a bit. Oh, they're at 75. Now 8. Need a bit of 8,000. We're looking for 8,000, Jack. We have a $7,500 bid. We're looking for 8. 8,000 has been bid. Now 85. Looking for a bit of 85 in the back. Looking for a bit of 85. We have a bit of 8,000. Looking for a bit of 85 in the back. We're at 8,000 in the front. Looking for a bit of 85. Going once. We're at 8,000 in the front. Going twice. Looking. That's only about 2,000 per paw. We're looking for a bid. We're at 7. We're at 8. Looking for 85. Going once, twice, thrice. Last chance. Final offer. Sold for $8,000 to our good friend Winston.
Winston Moore, thank you very much. Winston has bought every single puppy here at our auction. He's 101 years old. Give him a round of applause.
Oh, goodness gracious. That's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Oh, the puppy is kissing him. It's because he had pot roast. Yeah, Jack? Winston wants to donate it back? Did he just pay $8,000 to just pet a puppy? That is the most expensive petty puppy. That was $1,000 a pet. He took 8 strokes and that was it. Winston, thank you so very much for your enduring generosity, sir. Okay. Now we're going to see who really wants this beautiful golden retriever. Back to the stage. The bidding will resume again at 1,000. Do I have a bid of 1,000 for this wonderful puppy? 1,000, now 15, 15, now 2. There's 2 in the back, now 25. I have it, now 3. Looking for a bit of 3, 3, now 35, now 4. There's 4, now 45. Need a bit of 45, we have a bit of 4. Looking for 45, need a bit of 40, 45, now 5. There's 5, now 55, 55, now 6. Looking for a bit of 6, Deidre. Looking for 6, now 65, 65, now 7. Need a bit of 7, which 7, now 75, 75, we have it, now 8. 8,000, now 85, 85, now 9. We're at a bit of 9, we need a bit of 9. 9,000, now 95, 95 on this side, 95 in the back, now 10. There's 10. Looking for a bit of 10.5. Need a bit of 10.5 now. Who'd a bit of a 10.5? Looking for a bit of 10.5. Need a bit of 10.5. Perfect for the empty nester. Perfect for your children to have a friend. Looking for a bit of 10.5. I have a bit of 10,000. Looking for a bit of 10.5 to come on in the back. Going once. Looking for a bit of 10.5. Going twice. Looking for a bit of 10.5. All done. All through. Last chance. Final offer. Sold. Oh, you bid. Oh, you sneaky devil. We have a bit of 10.5 to the gentleman in the front. Looking for a bid of 11 now. Need a bit of 11. Looking for a bit of 11. You're at 10.5. Looking for a bit of 11. I have a bit of 10.5 to the handsome gentleman in the front. What's your name, sir? Dwayne, that's correct. You are in at 10-5. Need a bit of 11. Need a bit of 11. Going once. We're at 10-5. Going twice. Last chance. Final offer. All done. All through. Sold. $10,500 to bidder number 220. Bidder 220.
Yep.
Dwayne
What's that?
Stickle.
He's donating it back.
Dwayne, thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stick. Are all of you cat people, Rich? All right. I love dog. Where are my dog people at? Big round of applause if you're a dog person. Okay. Now a big round of applause if you're a cat person. Okay, now we know where all the single people are. All right, let's bring this puppy to bid one more time. We have a bid. Let's start it off again at $1,000, Deidre. 1,000, now 15, 15, now 2. There's 2, now 25, 25, now 3. 3 in the front, now 35. 35 in the back, now 4. Need a bit of 4,000. 4, we have it, now 45. Need a bit of 45. She's in at 4, looking for a bit of 45. We have a bit of 4, looking for a bit of 45 for the puppy. This is the most recycled animal. Looking for a bid. It's going to have a beautiful home. We're at 4 in the front. Looking for a bid of 4,250. I'll give you a shot at 4,250. She's at 4,000. Looking for a bid of 4,250. Going once. Need a bid of 4,250. Going twice. She's at 4. Looking for 4 1/4. Last chance. Final offer. You saucy little minx. 4 1/4. Now 45. Looking for it's blonde versus brunette. The fight continues. Need a bit of 45. Put a bit of 45. I have a bit of 4,250 going once. Looking for a bit of 45 going twice. You bid 3 times. I want you to win one. Looking for a bit of 45. I have a bit of 4,250 going once. Looking for a bit of 45 going twice. Any further advance to 45? All done. All through. Last chance. Final offer. Sold. 4,250. Bid number 135, bidder 135. Will you be keeping the puppy? Are you donating the puppy back or keeping the puppy? You're keeping the puppy? All right. A golden retriever for the golden blonde lady at table 21. Beautiful.
Pam DeCoste, thank you so much.
All right. How you doing up here, Brody?
I'm doing amazing. I'm jealous of whoever just got that puppy, though.
What do we got next, buddy?
You know, this item is pretty special. This is a dinner with the CEO on an elevated evening over Crane Creek. This is an unforgettable evening of 8 at the stunning home and CEO Doug and Beth Brigham. Now, I think we can all agree if the house is as nice as Doug's outfit, Beth definitely did the decorating.
Where is Doug? Let's see where Doug is. Doug, would you mind standing up just for a second, please? Yes.
Look at him.
Look at this handsome, tall drink of water. Doug, you look like Eagle, Idaho was a person. Well done. Well groomed, master planned, very neat, very high net worth. Good for you, Doug. Okay. Keep going.
This dinner will be created by Chef Pedro, who is in the room with us tonight. And Chef Pedro has a talent to turn every dish into artistry and adventure. So get ready for a meal with beautiful views and even better company.
Okay. Not a bad idea to be rubbing elbows with the boss, if you
That's
ask
the
me.
goal, you know?
All right. Let's start the bidding off at just 500 and see who's going to dinner with Doug Brigham. Looking for 500,000, now $1 million, $1,000,005. One day that's going to work, Doug. 500, now 1,000, 1,000, now 15, 15, now 2. There's 2, now 25. You're out, sir, 25. 25 in the back, now 3. Looking for a bit of 3. I'm at 25 in the back, looking for 3. 3, now 35. 35, need a bit of 35. We're at 3, looking for a bit of 35. 35, you're out, sir. Looking for a bit of 3 in the back. Need a bit of 3 to Jack's bidder on the far right, looking for a bit of 35. We have 3, looking at 35. Need a bit of 30. 35, now 4, Deidre. 4, now 45. 45, now 5. Need a bit of 5 now, Deidre. Need a bit of 5. 5,000, now 55. 55, now 6. You're out, Deidre, at 6. There's 6 to bidder 327. We're at 6 to bidder 327. Deidre, you're out. Looking for a bit of 7 now. There's 7, now 8. Looking for a bit of 8,000. You're out, my dear, at 8. Looking for a bit of 8,000. Do I have a bit of 8? We have a bit of 7. I'll give you a shot at 75. Looking for a bit of 75 now. Need a bit of 75. We have it. Now 8. Deidre, you're out at 8. There's 8, now 85. Need a bit of 85. You're out, my dear. Looking for a bit of 8,500 to the lovely lady in the back. Looking for a bit of 8,500. Need a bid of $8,500 to the lady with the perfect hair, the high cheekbones, beautiful skin, and the remarkable personality. We're at $8,000, looking for a bid of $85,000. You're out, dear, at $85,000. I have our proxy bidder is in at $8,000, looking for a bid of $85,000. Need a bid of $85,000 going once. Need a bid of $85,000 going twice. Well, guess what? To my lovely lady at table 26, Doug just whispered in my ear that we can sell this to both of you. Would you like it for your bid of $7,500? Okay, we have a current bid of $8,000 with our proxy bidder looking for a bid of $85,000 going once. We have a bid of $8,000 to our proxy bidder going twice. Last chance, final offer, all done, all through. Sold to bidder 124 at $8,000.
Okay. This next item is probably my second favorite item of the night, right behind Finney. But this is the VIP football getaway with the Vice President of Athletics, my favorite human ever, Regan Rossi. This item can pretty much speak for itself with its private air travel, its sideline passes to the game, and getting to come cheer on my own football team. This was donated by Gray and Brenda Wolf. So who this year wants to give Jason and Jenny a run for their money?
Root on Brody and the Yotes. He's a defensive tackle and quite adorable, isn't he? Let's start low on this beautiful 6-person getaway on October 17th. Let's start the bidding off at $500 once again and see who's going on this incredible trip. $500, now $1,000, $1,000, now $15. Need a bid of $15, you're out. Looking for a bid of $15. You were so enthusiastic before. Do you think one bid was gonna win it? Need a bid of $15, need a bid of $15. $15 in the very front corner. Now $2 straight ahead, now $25. You're out at $25, now $3. Need a bid of $3, we're at $25. Need a bid of $3, $3,000, we have it. Now $35 to the lady. $35, now $4, you're out, sir. Need a bid of $4. Look, we're at bidder 325 is at $35, there's $4, now $45. Need a bid of $45, you're out at $45. $45, I have it, now $5. You're out, sir, at $5. Looking for a bid of $5,000, need a bid of $5. Need a bid of $5,000, she's already in at $45. Need a bid of $5,000, looking for a bid of $5, back to you, sir. Looking for a bid of $5. I'm at $45,000 to bidder 393, now $55. I love how the ladies are dominating this. Is this the tight pants? Looking for a bid of $55. Need a bid, is that a bid? $55, now $6, Jack. $6 to your bidder, looking for a bid of $6. I have $55, looking for a bid of $6,000. Why not? $6,000, now $65. I only got one of them, there's $65, now $7. Looking for a bid of $7,000 to Jack's bidder. Need a bid of $7,000. Do I have a bid of $7? Looking for a bid of $7,000. I have a bid of $65, going once. $7,000, now $75. Who did a bid of $75? We have it, now $8. Need $8,000, new bidder, I took her at $8. You're so sneaky, you're just letting other people duke it out to pop in later. Looking for a bid of $85. Looking for a bid of $85 now. Need a bid of $85. I have a bid of $8,000. Looking for a bid of $85. You're all out. $8,000 is the bid with Chad. Going once. Looking for a bid of $85. Going $85 now. $9. Looking for a bid of $9. $9,000 to Jonathan. Looking for a bid of $95. You're out, my dear. Take another sip. Need a bid of $95. We have a bid of $9. Go ahead. You've achieved your goal. I understand. We have a bid of $9, looking for a bid of $95, going once. Looking for a bid of $90. Your goal was to invite me over to start flirting with you to get you to bid again? Got it. I only got one of them. Looking for a bid of $95. I have a bid of $9,000 going once. Looking for a bid of $95 going twice. $95, now $10. Let's see if we can break the 5-figure roll. That's not a puppy. Looking for a bid of $10, back to you, dear. Do I have a bid of $10,000? Hi, how are you? I'm Zach. Looking for a bid of $10,000. Hi, I have a bid of $95 with Jack's bidder. Looking for a bid of $10 to you, Sparkles. Come on back at $10,000. $10,000, she's in. Want to scare her away at 11? Looking for a bit of 11 now. Need a bit of 11 to the lovely couple. Looking for a bit of 11 now. Talk to her is what he says. 11,000 has been bid. Well done. Now 11. Now 12. Your turn at 12, my dear. Looking for a bit of 12. I have a bit of 11. Looking for a bit of 12. What is money? It's just an illusion we all agree to. I have a bit of 11. Looking for a bit of 12. Going once. Looking for a bit of 12,000. Going twice. Last chance. Final offer. She went to 12. She's so subtle. How do I know these things? We're at 12. Are you all right, sir? Are you feeling any numbness in your left arm? You just got to work a lot more. Oh my gosh, comedian Jimmy Carr is here. Looking for a bit of, we're at 12. Need a bit of 13. Is this her right here? Is this lovely couple? Yeah, she's at 12. Who's at 13? She's at 12. Look. Oh, you're going with them. Oh. Well, you can go. She can go with you at 13. You seem very confident in that, considering you made her pay about $7,000 more. Look at her bid. We're at 12, going once, going twice. Last chance, final offer, sold. $12,000. Bidder number 393. Bidder 393.
Jason and Jenny Carrier, thank you so much. Go Yotes!
All right, guys, this next item is pretty hard to beat, and it pretty much speaks
You're
for
gonna
itself.
want to hear this.
This is the Marine Magic in Maui, Hawaii. 6 days, 5 wonderful nights, a getaway for 2. So who wants to bid on this trip and take me as their +1?
Is that it?
That's it.
Oh,
It's
no,
Hawaii,
there's so
man.
much
It's
more.
Hawaii.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking white sandy beaches, crystal clear blue waters, once-in-a-lifetime marine encounters, escape to the breathtaking island for 6 days and 5 nights for 2 at the Hilton Vacation Club in Kaanapali Beach, wake up to island breezes after a spirited night of coitus, and stroll along the golden shores and soak in the beauty of the most spectacular coast. Your adventure also includes an unforgettable ocean experience where you snorkel with the legendary Molokini Crater and Turtle Arches, complete with breakfast and lunch. I've done this. You sail out on a catamaran, you go down a slide off the front of the boat. They give you this cool boogie board with a viewer glass, or you snorkel down. Whales pass by it all the time. Whether you're exploring the underwater world, or this package comes with a dolphin watch and snorkel too, where wild dolphins and vibrant reefs await. This island is all the escape and romance that you deserve. This is truly your opportunity to enjoy all the fishing, swimming, hiking, biking, golfing, sailing, dining, drinking, snorkel, scuba, laughing, kissing, hugging, dancing, prancing, and romancing with 18 months of availability. So how many of you have a birthday or anniversary in the next year and a half? This package is certainly for you. Oh, and for all my young people, who here is like under 35? If you buy this trip and you go to Hawaii, 9 months later, you come home with a new person. It happened to me. We named him Kona. That is 6 days, 5 nights for 2 with either the dolphin encounter or the reef at Molokini. What a wonderful opportunity this could be. I'm going to start the bidding off at $1,000 and see who's going to Hawaii for the week. You're going to Maui. 1,000, now 15. There's 2, now 25. 25, now 3. There's 35, now 4. You're all out. Need a bit of 4. Need a bit of 4,000, now 45. 45, now 5. 5,000, now 55. Now 6. There's 6, now 65. We're at 65 over here. Now 7. You're all out at 7. Need a bit of 7 now. There's 7, now 75. Need a bit of 75 now. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to sell this to anyone and everyone that wants to go for $7,000. We can sell this as many times as we like. Raise your bid card if you want to go to Hawaii. Bidder, what's the bid number? Keep it up in the air. Bidder 693. You're going to Hawaii. Anyone else want to go to Hawaii for $7,000? Bidder number 325, you're going to Hawaii. Bidder 169, you're going to Hawaii. Bidder 328, who do we appreciate? Her, she's going to Hawaii. Anybody else want to go to Hawaii for $7,000 for 6 days and 5 nights with the Turtle Bay, with the Molokini? And who loves their spouse the most? Bidder 684, you're going to Hawaii. Anybody else dream every time you swim? There's another one. Bidder 234, you're actually going to Riggins. Sorry, we ran out. Just kidding. You're going to Hawaii. Anybody else want to go to Hawaii for $7,000? Anybody else? Last chance. Final offer, $7,000 for Maui. And it's a lot cheaper than alimony, by the way. Then give up, how many times was that? Give a big round of applause. 6? 6 times at $7,000. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. You do the math.
All right, let's take it away. This is the Kin Culinary Experience. This is a very, very exclusive, once-in-a-lifetime private dinner for 20 people. This is created by the celebrated chef and College of Idaho alum, Chris Kamori. Chris is a 5-time nominee and Idaho's first James Beard Award winner in 2023. So get ready for the night of your lives. And if I'm not in Hawaii with any of those last groups, I'll happily be one of your 20 guests.
It is an immersive culinary experience with your friends, family, clients, colleagues, or loved ones. It is inventive. It is creative. It is created with talent and precision on every plate. Let's hear it for our wonderful donor, Chris Kamori, who is here looking really sharp this year, buddy.
Zach, tonight we also have Remy in the room, and he is the secret sauce behind the scenes.
Oh,
here.
is Remy the famous business manager?
Yeah, yeah.
Remy with the beard, the wise one.
Yeah.
I see how this operation works now. You're the steak, he's the sizzle. I see what's going on. What a wonderful, immersive dining experience this could be. If you don't have 19 friends, we will provide them for you. Oh, this package also comes with a free auctioneer. Let's start the bidding off at $500 and see who's going to dinner. 500, 1,000, 15, now 2. There's 2 in the back now, 25 in the front, 3, now 35. We have 3 looking for 35. 35 where? We're at 3. Now you're in at 3. Looking for a bid of 35. 35, new bidder, now 4. 4, now 45. Need a bid of 45. You're out, sir. Come on back at 45. I have a bid 45, now 5. Your turn at 5, sir. 5,000 to bidder 325. Look, what'd you do? 6. Looking for a bid of 6,000. Come on back at 6. 6,000, now 65. Oh, no, excuse me, 7. She's at 6. 7,000, now 8. There's 8, now 9. You're both out. Need a bid of 9,000. 9,000 to the lady, now 10. Looking for a bid of 10 to the gentleman in the front. Need a bid of 10. Need a bid of 10,000. What'd you do? 11. You're both out. Looking for a bid of 11. There's 11. She came in just before you. What'd you do? 12. Looking for a bid of 12. Now 13. Looking for a bid of 13. The gentleman's in at 12. Looking for a bid of 13. You're out at 13. He's at 12. Looking for a bid of 13. She's in. Now 14. Looking for a bid of 14. Need a bid of 14, sir. Looking for a bid of 14. I have a bid of 13 to the lady. Looking for a bid of 14. If you can do 12, you can do 14, bro. Let's be honest with ourselves. There's 14. Now 15. You're both out. 15. Now 16. We're at 15. You're out at 16, Jack. Looking for a bit of 16. Need a bit of 16. 16. Now 17. Need a bit of 17. Now 18. Looking for a bit of 18 now. Come on back at 18. Need a bit of 18. Come on back at 18. We have a bit of 17. You're out, sir, in the gray jacket at 18. I have 17. Looking for a bit of 18 to Jack's bidder. Need a bit of 18. Come on back at 18. Don't be a bridesmaid again. I want you to win one. Looking for a bit of 18. I have a bit of 17. I'll give you a shot at 17.5. Looking for a bit of 17.5 now. Going once. I have a bit of 17. Looking for 17.5. Going twice. Last chance. Final offer. 17.5. She's back in. Now your turn at 18. She wasted no time. Looking for a bit of 18.5. Looking for a bit of 18.5. Let's go say hi. Looking for a bit of 18.5. Need a bit of 18.5. 18.5, she's back in. You know what? Hold on. You're my last 2 bidders. Where's Chris? Chris, would you come here? Chris, come here. Just so you know, this is your handsome chef right here. Chris, they are busy. Doesn't he have the nicest washboard abs ever? I felt them too. They're just ribs. How about we do this, Chris? I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I want to put you on the spot. We have these 2 bidders right here at 18 and 18.5 respectively. Could you tell me what we can do here? Because I'm in the business of keeping people happy.
What are we at?
18.
If we each go 19, then we'll double.
Ooh, the gauntlet has been thrown. Would you go to 19 so we can sell it twice? Would you like it for 19 so we can sell it twice? We just raised $38,000. Bidder 327 and bidder 307. Congratulations. So you get 10 people and you get 10 people. I'm just kidding.
Renee Hoff and Lindsay Sales, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.
Wow. What is in the food that makes it so amazing? I don't know. Business manager, how you doing over there? He's He's hammered. He has no idea what's happening. Okay, moving on. Time to reel it in. What do we got, bud?
Speaking of reeling it in, this next item is a couples fly fishing adventure. This is an amazing day trip for two on the Owyhee River. And what some of you might not know is that Idaho has some of the best fly fishing around. And not only do you get to experience the beautiful views of Idaho, but you'll get to experience fishing with the experts and owners of Idaho Angler, Rick and Dr. Shauna Williams.
What a wonderful opportunity with master fly casting instructors, Rick and Shauna, all the outfitters, all the stuff you need. Seasoned anglers or first timers, it doesn't matter. Your adventure includes 5 weight fly rods, reels, lines, travel case, a full day walk and wade fly fishing excursion on the river, plus gourmet lunch. I only got one of them. Let's start the bidding off at $500 and see who's going fly fishing. 500 now, 750, 750 and 1,000. We're at 750 in the front, need a bid of 1,000 in the back. Looking for a bid of 1,000, 750 the bid. Come on, bid at 1,000. We have 750 going once. Looking for a bid of 1,000 in the front, thank you. Now 1,250, 1,250 at the same table, now 15. 15, we have it. Now 1750. 1750. You're both out at 1750. I have a bid of 1500, looking for a bid of 1750. 1500 to the gentleman, looking for a bid of 1750. Going once. We have a bid of 15, looking for 1750. Going twice. All done, all through. Is that a bid? Looking for a bid of 1750. I have a bid of 15. Last chance. Final offer, all done, all through. 1750, you sneaky devil. Now 2. 2,000, you wasted no time. Now 2 1/4. We're at 2,000 in the front. Need a bid of 2250, sir. 2250. Put your bid card up if you want it. 2250, now 25. We have it. Now 2750. Looking for a bid of 2750. I'm at 25. 2750 to you, sir. I have a bid of 25 going once. Looking for 2750 going twice. Any further advance? Last chance. Final offer. I have 25. 2750. Well done. Down in front. Now 3. Looking for a bid of 3. Need a bid of 3. Looking for a bid of 3. You're all out. I'm at 2750 to the handsome gentleman down in front. Need a bid of 3,000 to the guy with the beautiful head of hair, bidding against the guy with the beautiful head. Looking for a bid of 3. 2750 once, twice, thrice. Last chance. Final offer. Sold. Bidder 112. Dana White is here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming for 2750. You're gone fishing.
Don and Elizabeth Ryman, thank you so much.
I'd also, let's acknowledge the elephant in the room. These two gentlemen just helped us raise almost $3,000 and they didn't spend a dime. You don't need any money to raise money at an auction. It's like being a commercial real estate developer with beverages. I love it. What do we got next? Brody.
The next item is Vancouver's gateway to the Pacific, British Columbia, Canada. This is a 4-day, 3-night stay in beautiful Vancouver. And if you didn't know, Vancouver is all of your favorite places from the mountains, oceans, and rivers combined into one beautiful city. And you also get to experience an exhilarating Granite Falls Zodiac tour. So all my Pisces in the room, you're gonna have to let me know if they do a tarot card reading on that Zodiac tour.
All right. We got to flower this up a bit. This is 4 days and 3 nights. You're staying in the heart of the coast at your choice of the Fairmont waterfront, the Hyatt Regency, or the Shangri-La. Each luxurious offer is in the prime access to the heart of the city. Your adventure continues with a Granite Falls Zodiac tour. You'll speed across the water with a breathtaking shoreline surrounded by dramatic scenery and unforgettable views. What a wonderful experience this could be for 2 adults for the perfect romantic escape. Truly your opportunity to rest in relief of refreshing relaxation and rejuvenation as you regale and rejoice in a remarkable rendition of refined recreation and table the tasks of tarnation and trauma and get away from the trouble and tyranny of traffic and trouncing tangles of tension and trepidation. But treat yourself with a trip of timeless tranquility and alleviation. Who loves their spouse more? Let's start the bidding off at just $500. Who's going to British Columbia? 500 and 1,000, now 15, 15, now 2, there's 25, now 3, there's 3, now 35. You're out at 35. Come on back at 35, sir, at table 10. Need a bid of 35. 35 over here, now 4. What'd you do, 4? I'll give you a shot at 3750. 3750, now 4. Need a bid of 4,000 to my right. Looking for a bid of 4. 4,000, we're in. Looking for 4 1/4, sir. What'd you do, 4 1/4 to bidder 107. Looking for 45. Need a bid of 45, you're all out. We're at 45, we have it. Now, you know what? How about I do this? How about I sell it to all of you? Anybody that wants it for just $4,000. You want it for 4? Bidder 107, you're going to British Columbia. Bidder 149, you're going to British Columbia. Bidder 134, you're going to British Columbia. Bidder 368, you're going to Canada. Anybody else want to come back? Okay, our next opportunity is your chance to come back to the United States from Canada. Would anyone else like to go for $4,000 for 4 days and 3 nights with the Zodiac Tour? What a wonderful opportunity this could be. Visit the country that won the silver medal in hockey. Would any... it's funny. They invented it and we beat them. And would anyone else be so kind and so generous at $4,000 for a wonderful trip? You already got one. Do you want a second one? You can have 2 if you want. Anybody want one? You want 2? Yeah? Is that a yes? What is this? You're just flirting and giving me mixed signals. What's going on here? We'll put you down for another one if you really want one. Give it up for the wonderful 5 people, I believe, that just bought 4 people at $4,000. That's another 16 grand. I don't know how you're all gonna fit in that room. Just kidding. What do we got next, Brody?
All right, guys, this next one is a very big item, so everyone needs to get ready to raise those paddles. This is the Courtside Clippers Experience and Weekend Getaway. It includes courtside tickets to the LA Clippers, a private entrance, all-inclusive food and drink in the Lexus Lounge, directly located right next to the Clippers locker room, and, ready for this, a weekend getaway in the #1 hotel in LA and the 11th best hotel in the entire world, the Sunrose Hotel. This was donated by John and Donna Carell. So get ready for a true once-in-a-lifetime LA experience.
This is one of the most state-of-the-art facilities on earth. And these are tickets that you cannot buy on Ticketmaster. What a wonderful opportunity this could be with the parking lot. The all-inclusive food and beverage is included in the Lexus Lounge, located right next to the Clippers locker room, where you can see all the players come on and off the court. What a wonderful opportunity this could be. You just can't buy this anywhere else. This is as exclusive as it gets. See the Clippers play some of the biggest names in NBA for a mutually agreed upon date for next season. Let's start the bidding off at 1,000 and see who's going. 1,000, now 15, 15, now 2. You're out at 2. There's 2, now 25, now 3. Need a bid of 3 in the front. Need a bid of 3. We're at 25. Need a bid of 3 at the same table. Now 35. You're out, sir, at 35. The lady's in at 3. 35 with Jack. Are we 30? She already bid at 3. Need a bid of 35. Need a bid of 35 with Jonathan, looking for a bit of 4. You're out, my dear. Come on back at 4,000. Now 45. Need a bit of 45. Had a bit of a 45. Looking for a bit of 45. Can he do it? Will he do it? Does he have the stones? Looking for a bit of 45. I have a bit of 4. Looking for a bit of 45. We're at 4,000. Come on back at 45, sir. Need a bit of 45. Going once. Looking 45. Now 5. Need a bit of 5. Need a bit of 5, sir. Looking for a bit of 5 now. It'll grow back. Don't worry. Looking for a bit of 5. If you lose, you have to go see the Oklahoma Thunder. Looking for a bit of 5. We're at 45. Looking for a bit of 5. Going once. We're at 45 in the front. Looking for 5. Going twice. Any further advance? Anybody on this side want to play at 5,000? We're at 45. All done? All through? 5,000, you sneaky devil. Would you do 55? Looking for a bit of 55. We're at 5. I'll give you a shot at 52.50. Looking for 5 1/4. Would you do 52.50? I have a bid of 5,000. Looking for a bid of 52.50. He's at 5. Looking for 52.50. Hi, how are you, Sparkles? So nice to meet you. Oh my gosh, what a lovely dainty hand. Looking for a bid of 52.50. I have a bid of 5,000 to the gentleman, by the way. Looking for a bid of 52.50. She's back in. 55, sir. Looking for a bid of 55. I love this guy. Who has more disposable income? Looking for a bid of 55, sir. Do I have a bid of 55 to the handsome gentleman with the lovely lady way out of his league? Looking for a bid of 55. Good for you, sir. You must have a really big heart. Looking for a bid of 55. I have a bid of 52.50. How about I do this? You've been such a good bidder tonight. Jack gave me the look. How about we sell it to both of you at your bid of 5,000? Would you like it for 5? Put your bid card up. You're going. Bidder number 107. Would you like it for 5 as well? Bidder 284. Another $10,000 was just raised for scholarships. Congratulations. You won the package. It's going to be an awkward car ride home, but he'll forgive you. Don't worry about it. What do we got next, Brody?
All right, guys. I'm sure that all of us have noticed it's been getting pretty warm lately, so I think it's time we all get our patios ready for the summer. With this next item, your patio upgrade awaits. This is the College of Idaho Patio Party Package. This includes a Blackstone griddle and air fryer, outdoor pizza oven, a Yotes cooler, a fire pit, a patio heater, wooden rocking chairs, and a whiskey barrel. And whoever bids on this is gonna have to let me know if there's any whiskey left in that barrel. And as a thanks to everyone who made this auction item come true, the first patio party will be in your honor.
Wow. Thank you, Mark and Jody Nasser, Mark and Cammie Schmidt, Scott and Carrie Ferguson, Koenig Distillery, and Intermountain Gas for this wonderful opportunity. Plus, we can deliver it to your home within 30 miles of campus or 30 miles of this venue. So you don't have to stuff it into the back of your Kia Telluride. You're good to go. Everything you need, a Blackstone, the griddle air fryer, the artisan pizza maker, the D&B Yotes cooler, so much more, all the sets of chairs, everything you need. And you know it's gonna be a long summer. Let's start low and see where we go. Opening bid, 500, 500, now 750 and 1,000, 1,000, now 1250, 1250, you're out, dear. Looking for a bid of 1250 at the Albertsons table. Looking for a bid of 1250, we have it, she bid, she dropped it, but I understand what she's doing. Looking for a bid of 15, we're at 1250, looking for a bid of 15 now, 15, 1750, you're out, dear. Flowers, you're looking out, 1750, now 2. Sir, you're out at 2. Looking for a bid of 2, 2,000, now 2 1/4. 2 1/4 right behind you, Jonathan, we're at 2 1/4, now 25. 25, now 2750, sir. Need a bid of 2750, looking for a bid of 2750, she's at 25. You're out, sir, 2750, now 3. Looking for a bid of 3. He's at 2750. 3,000 where? Where's 3? I have 2750 to the gentleman in the white shirt. Looking for 3. 3,000 down in front to my left. What'd you do, 35, sir? Looking for 35. I need a bid, I'll give you 35, now 4. Looking for a bid of 4,000, now 45, sir. Looking for a bid of 45, what'd he do, 45? Looking for a bid of 45, the lady's in at 4. 45! She scares the hell out of me every time someone bids. We're at 45. Need a bid of 5,000. I have a bid of 45. Looking for a bid of 5, sir. Want to do 5? I have a bid of 45. Going once. Looking for a bid of 5,000. Going twice. Any further advance? Last chance. Final offer. All done. All through. I'll give you a shot at 4750. Is that a bid at 4750? 4750. We have it. Now 5. If you bid, she won't yell. Looking for a bid of 5. Need a bid of 5 now. Come on back at 5. Who's bidding? The lovely lady with the toned arms and the long hair and the beautiful neckline? Looking for a bid of 5. I have a bid of 4750. Going once to the gentleman. Looking for 5. Going once. Looking for 5. Going twice. Last chance. Final offer. 5,000. Would you do 5 1/4, sir? To the man with the reading glasses. Want to do 5 1/4? Looking for 5. It's not a joke. 5 1/4. He's in. Now 55. Looking for a bid of 55. Looking for a bid of 55. Will someone loan this lady $500, please? Looking for a bid of 55. I have 5250 to the gentleman. Going once. Looking for 55. Going twice. Looking for a bid of 55. All done. All through. Every time you see an outdoor pizza air fryer, you're going to think of this moment. Do you really want me to live in your head rent-free all summer? Looking for a bid of 55. 5250. Last chance. Final offer. Sold. 5250. You won it, sir. Bidder number.
What's your bid?
What's your bidder number, boss?
What's your bid number? 331.
Bidder 331. Bidder 3.
Jen and Shane Sampson. Thank you.
Thank you to the Sampsons.
Thank you.
All right, guys, this next item is just, I love it more than anything else on this list because it is a trip to one of my favorite places in all of Idaho. It is a private Cabarton Ranch and Payette River raft adventure. This is an exclusive whitewater experience 412 on the Cabarton stretch of the Payette River, guided by Jack Cafferty. And I was wondering, does anyone actually know who Jack Cafferty is? Like, I've never heard of him. I'm just kidding. It's the guy with the cowbell. And if you do go on this trip, good luck with that cowbell. This was donated by the Beckett family, Carl Anderson, C of I Outdoor Program, and the Cascade Raft and Kayak. And if you're anything like me and you want to have a little bit of extra fun, you're going to jump out in the last rapid. Except for my best friend Keely, not with all those hip surgeries of yours. Can't be jumping out like that.
This is for 12 people. What a wonderful opportunity this could be. buy it for yourself, or sponsor a COI river rafting trip. Use it for an alumni getaway. Take the boys out. Make someone go by themselves if they finish in last place on their fantasy football draft. What a wonderful opportunity this could be. The bidding starts at $500. Do I have five? 500, now 750 and 1,000. 1,000 to bidder 473. Looking for 1250. 1250, now 15. 15 to bidder 473. Now, what'd you do? She's in at 15. Looking for 1750. Looking for a bid of 1750. I have a bid of 15. 1750, I have it. Now 2. 2, now 2 1/4. You're both out. Need a bid of 2 1/4. 2 1/4, now 25. Need a bid of 25. 25, now 2750. 2750 to the lady in red. Now 3. 3, now 35. What'd you do? 35. I have a bid of 3. Need a bid of 35 to the lady in red. 35 down in front. Looking for a bid of 4. You're both out. 4,000 to the gentleman. What'd you do? 45, dear. 45. She's in. Now 5. 5. Now 55. Your turn. 55. Now 6. You're out at 6, Chad. Looking for 6,000. 65. Now 7. Looking for a bid of 7. Need a bid of 7. 7. Now 75. 75. Now 8. Need a bid of 8. Come on back at 8 now. Looking for 8,000. What'd you do? 10 to scare her away. What'd you do? 10. You good at 10, sir? Just double checking. You good at 10? You want to do 10? 10,000, he's in. Now 11. What? 11, now 12. We're at a bit of 11 to the lovely lady in the front. Looking for 12. Looking for a bit of 12. Looking for a bit of 12 to you, sir. Looking for a bit of 12. Looking for a bit of 12. Looking for a bit of 12. We're at 11 to the lovely lady in the front. Looking for a bit of 12. Going once. Looking for a bit of 12 to the unseasonably tan gentleman at table 17. Need a bit of 12. 12,000 to the Sparkles. Looking for 13, now 14. We're at 13, need a bit of 14, you're out. Looking for a bit of 14, 15, 16. Looking for a bit of 16. We're at 15, looking for 16. She's at 15, hurry up and bid before it gets too high. Looking for a bit of 16, we're at 15, going once. Looking for a bit of 16. I want the guy, the long hair, to bid again. If you're here, is there a sack not getting hacky? Looking for a bit of 16. I have a bit of 15. Looking for 16, going once. Looking for a bit of 16, going twice. We're at 15. All done, all through. Last chance, and I have... sold. Bidder 422. Bidder 422 for $15,000.
Peggy Street, thank you so much.
Thank you, Peggy.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Go Yotes!
Gosh, I wish we could sell that twice. That did really well.
All right, guys. Who here needs a break from your families? Well, if you do, grab 3 of your closest friends and get ready, because this next trip is a relaxing luxury getaway at the beautiful and close by, so you don't even have to go far, Sun Valley. This is a 2-night stay for 4 at the charming Nob Hill Inn. This also includes a round of golf at the Trail Creek Golf Course with your brand new Yote golf bag. This was donated by Nob Hill, the Oppenheimer family, James Aldrin, and Michelle Wilson. This is your chance to unwind and get away at one of the most scenic places in Idaho, a no-work, all-play vacation. So a little tip, don't invite your bosses, unless it's Doug. Doug's always invited.
It's good all year long. Let's go.
Doug's always invited. Come on.
Who's going to Sun Valley? Let's start the bidding off. I'm going to start off even lower just to play around. I'm going to start off at just $200 just to see who likes it. 204, there's 4 and 6, there's 8 and 1,000, 1,000, now 12, now 14, 14, 16, 18, now 2, there's 2, now 22, now 24, 24, now 26, 26 now, we're at 24, come on back at 26, 26, you got it. Now, what'd you do? 28, 28, now 3, looking for a bit of 3. It's Gen X versus Boomer. Let's see who has more money. Looking for a bit of 3, there's 3. What'd you do? 3250, you're out at 3250, dear. Come on back at 3250. We're at 3, looking for 3250. Sparkles, you're out. The gentleman's at 3, 3250. Now, what'd you do? 35, sir. Looking for a bit of 35. Is this your 35 with Chad? Where'd you come from? What'd you do? 3750 now. Look at 3750 to the gentleman. Now 4,000. What'd you do? 45. Looking for a bit of 45. Is this 45? Now 5. Looking for a bit of 5. Need a bit of 5. Had a bit of 5. 5,000. Now 55, sir. 55. Need a bit of 55. You're out. Is this your first time wearing a tie? Looking for a bit of... You just look like you biked here. 55, now 6. Need a bit of 6 now. We're at 55. Looking for a bit of 6. I'm surprised you're here, not at the top of Table Rock right now. He's settling in. I like it. 55, looking for 6. Sparkles, you're out. The gentleman's in. 6,000. She's in. Now 65. Looking for 65, sir. Come on back at 65. You got this, bro. Looking for a bid of 65. As soon as you bid, you can get back into your Volkswagen van and listen to Neil Young all you'd like. We have a bid of 6. Looking for 6. Looking for what? The Westphalia. I understand. Looking for a bit of 65. Looking for a bit of 65. Does it have a coexist sticker on the back? Looking for a bit of 65. I have a bit of 6. You're all out. She's at 6. Looking for 65. Going once. My eyes are up here, sir. 65. Now 7. You're out at 7, my dear. 7,000. She wasted no time. Now 75. Listen, we passed common sense a long time ago. You might as well just keep bidding. We're at 7, looking for a bit of 75. Looking for a bit of 75, sir. Looking for a bit of 75. I have a bit of 7, going once. Looking for a bit of 75. Here's the problem. What's your name? What's his name? Nathan. Nathan! Here's the problem, Nathan. 75, he's in. 8,000 now, my dear. My dear, there's no way he's gonna bid again at 85. 8,000! There's no way she's gonna bid again at 9,000. One more bid at 85 and you will win. Looking for 85. Old man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. Looking for a bit of 85, going once. That's a beautiful Rolex, by the way. Looking for a bit of 85. I have a bit of 8,000. Looking for 85, going once. Looking for a bit of 85, last chance. Final, sir, you haven't listened to her all week. Why start now? Why are you even having this conversation? Looking for a bit of 85, going once, going twice, last chance, final offer, all done, all through, and I have sold it, $8,000. Bidder 325. Let's hear it for Nathan.
Gary Ferguson and the Russells. Thank you all so much.
There's some spousal tension now.
Good job, Nate. Second best. He's second best.
He's the Canada of the auction.
Yeah.
All right. Brody.
Yeah. All right, guys, this is the ultimate game day experience. This is the debut for the brand new private skybox at Simplot Stadium. This includes free food and beverage for, it says 13 in your book, but I was just told today, 20 of your closest friends and a VIP breakfast with the football team, which also means you could have breakfast with me. So if that's not enough reason to bid on it, I don't really know what is. And guys, I've been watching them build this slowly during practice, and I'm gonna tell you it's looking pretty damn good. And since it's the opening home game of the 2026 season, you'll get to say you were the first ever person to use the Simplot Stadium Skybox. This was donated by Laura Moore Cunningham Foundation, Ann Wood, Dennis Stevens, and Carl Anderson. And with that being said, who wants to say they were first in the brand new Skybox?
Wait, did you say the very first person?
The very first person.
Nobody has done it before?
Nope.
And no one can be first again?
Never again.
Thank you so very much to the Laura Moore Cunningham Foundation, Ann Wood and Dennis Stevens and Carl Anderson for this game day in history. This whole group right here in the front. What a bunch of sweethearts. Thank you so very much. The bidding starts at 1,000. Who's going for the first time ever? 1,000, now 15. 15, now 2. We have 15, now 2. Need a bid of 2. She's at 50, you're at 15. There's 2, now 25. You're out at 25. Gigi's out. 25, now 3. 3, now 35. 35 in the back, now 4. She's at 35. I have 35. She's in at 35. So there's 4, now 45. Now 5. Need a bid of 5. 5,000. She's in. What'd you do? 6. 6,000. Now 7. Need a bid of 7. He's at 6. Need a bid of 7. 7,000. Look who's back. Nathan being a hot dog. Nathan's Hot Dogs is in the lead at 7. Need a bit of 8. Need a bit of 8,000. He's at 7. Looking for a bit of 8 now. Looking for a bit of 8, sir. Looking for a bit of 8 to the level of 8,000. Blonde bombshell to my left. Now 9. Need a bit of 9. You're both out at 9. Need a bit of 9. Anybody at 9? Need a bit of 9. Nathan. Nathan. 9,000. Look who's back. back. Now 10. Looking for a bid of 10. You can do it. Need a bid of 10. For the first people ever to grace the door. Need a bid of 10,000, Chad. Looking for a bid of 10. Need a bid of 10. Hood a bid of 10. We're at 9. Looking for a bid of 10. 10,000. Well done, sir. I like this guy. Looking for a bid of 11. You're out. Looking for 11. Now 12. Looking for a bid of 12, sir. Looking for a bid of 12. I think she's good for one more. Looking for a bid of 12. I have a bid of 11 to the lovely lady. Looking for a bid of 12, sir. Going once. We're at 11. Looking for 12. You're out at 12. 12,000. 13. Now 14. Looking for 14, sir. Can he? 14. 15. Now 16. Will he do 16? Would you do 18 to scare him away? We're at 16. 18. Now 20. Come on back at 20, sir. Looking for a bid of 20. We're at 18. Looking for a bid of 20. What are you going to do with the extra $4,000? Looking for 20. I don't think only one group can go first. Looking for 20. We only got one of them. Looking for 20. One more bid and I think you're gonna win, sir. One more bid and you're gonna win. She's not gonna bid again at 22. She's at 18. Looking for a bid of 20. Going once. Looking for a bid of 20. Going twice. Etch your name into history. We're at 18. All done. All through. I'm inclined to ask him 19, but I'm only gonna say it's okay if you tell me it's okay. Okay, sir. What's his name? Jack? Last chance at 19. Going once. Going twice. She's not going to bid again at 20. If you bid at 19, you will win, sir. Going once. Going twice. Last chance. Final offer. And I can't sell it twice. Sold. $18,000 to bidder 422. 422.
Peggy Street. Thank you, Peggy.
Peggy's the best. Have we just reached our final live auction item?
As much as it pains me to say, yes, we're at the very last one, so I have to get off the stage and stop talking to you lovely people. But this is the Purple Bacon Brunch with Coach Blaine. Try saying that 10 times fast. Holy cow. Now, guys, if any of you have been to a C of I basketball game, which I'm sure all of you have, Coach Blaine is pretty intense, and he looks intense. But let me tell you, he is truly one of the nicest people I have ever met in my entire life. So, and guys, it's bacon. Who doesn't love bacon? Let's just be honest. So who wants to bid on the chance to have the greatest bacon brunch of your life with one of the greatest coaches at the College of Idaho?
Oh, by the way, listen up, everybody. Shh, 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 shh. Everybody who bids, not just buys, but everyone who actually places a bid gets a bag of bacon. Yeah, I'm going to start the bidding high. Don't worry, Jack. Everybody who bids, please don't go to my synagogue dressed like that. We're going to start the bidding off at $500 and see who wants a bag of bacon. 500 and 1,000. Now 15. There's 2. Now 25. There's 3 in the back. 35. Now 4. 4 in the front. Now 45. He's at 4. Looking for 45. 45. Now 5. Need a bit of 5, sir. Looking for a bit of 5. 5 where? 5 in the front corner. Now 55. 55. Are you good at 55? 55. Now 6. 6,000 with Chad. You good at 6? I need a bit of 65 now. Need a bit of 65. Who'd a bit of 65? Need a bit of 65 where? 65 to you, sir. What'd you do? 7. Who wants to come back at 7? You're thinking about it, aren't you? Need a bit of 7. 7 where? Need a bit of 7. I'm at 65 going once. You're out, sir, at 7. Come on back at 7 at the front table. I have a bit of 65. There's 7 where? 7 straight ahead. What'd you do? 8. I'll give you a shot at 75. Need a bit of 75? You're all out on this side. Need a bit of 75. Who'd a bit of 75? Anybody at 75? I have a bit of 7. Looking for a bit of 75. Going once. Looking for a bit of 75. She's at 7. Straight ahead. Looking for 75. All done. All through. Where, Jack? Looking for 75. Need a bit of 75. I have a bit of 7,000. Going once. Wait. They're going to donate too? What? I know I have a $7,000 bidder right here. I think my $6,500 bidder was somewhere around here. Where was my 6,500 ringman, my professional ringman? Would you like it for 65 as well to the lovely young lady? She already got her bacon, that's the problem. We have a bid of 7. If someone goes to 65, we can sell it twice and raise $13,000. We only got 2 more bags anyway. Would anyone want it? Last chance, final offer. They backed out again at table 8, looking for a bid of 65 to double it. You put your bid card up, you win this wonderful trip with Coach Blaine. Anybody at 65, going once, going twice, last chance, final offer, all done, all through. Sold, I'm gonna say sold at 6,500 to the lovely ladies straight ahead. To bidder number
Jenny Carrier, 393, Zach.
Bidder 393. Give yourselves a big, beautiful round of applause for that incredible outpouring of generosity. Ladies and gentlemen, do yourself a favor. Turn to the person on your left, or turn to the person on your right, and kindly say, shh. Chime your glasses for me, would you? Chime your glasses. Ladies and gentlemen, shh, 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 shh. Bring it down a notch. Let's bring the room dark. Our second buyer of the bacon package was bidder 143 for $6,500. Another $6,500. That's the power of pork products. Ladies and gentlemen, we're all here not just for the party or the drinks or the friends or to celebrate the good old days of your college and glory. By virtue of attending this wonderful, remarkable athletic and academic institution, you are bonded by a tight-knit fabric of community. Community, though, is so much more than doing something and belonging to something. It's about so much more than attending a school or living somewhere. It's about participating in something together, something unified, something beautiful that makes belonging and community matter. In just a few moments, each and every one of you will have a wonderful opportunity and dutiful responsibility as caring community leaders of the College of Idaho to give back to those who simply wish to follow in your footsteps. You have grazed a path for future generations to admire. And they're not looking for a handout, they're looking for a hand up. So many kids are worthy and desired to go to this wonderful institution. What an honor it is to give back to them. What a privilege that you've been blessed with to be in the life that you're living, to give that opportunity and perhaps the gift of a life similar to yours to somebody else. You have to realize the fact as graduates of this school and whatever profession you're in, that you are literally living somebody else's dream. Somebody else is dreaming to live the life of you. And you can help make that dream a reality. In just a few moments, you can raise your bid cards and change someone's life simply by making the kind decision to do so. It's my sincere privilege to introduce a man who represents this community wholeheartedly, who exemplifies and encapsulates our mission, and who is leading us into the future. Please put your hands together and welcome our CEO, Doug Brigham.
Thanks, Zach. So you guys, this is a special night for me. 40 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to go to the College of Idaho if it weren't for a person named Annie Weeks. I never got a chance to meet her, but she gave me a scholarship that allowed me to attend the College of Idaho, and tonight I'm thrilled that we get a chance to pay it forward. I'm gonna be shorter than David Douglas tonight, so that's an easy challenge to beat. I get the privilege of introducing our student speaker, Colton Troxel. I got to know Colton freshman move-in day. He's hard to miss. He wears a cowboy hat everywhere, and I do mean everywhere. Had it on freshman move-in weekend. He's been just a pillar on our campus ever since. He's going to tell you his story. I'm going to give you one quick one. So this was 2 years ago. It was a fall night, 7 o'clock. I'm leaving my office. Jim Everett's been gone for 3 hours. And I walk out onto the quad. Friday night, usually there's a lot of activity on the quad. That night, there is nothing happening except I hear music. And I look over on the quad, and I see two students sitting next to each other on a bench. One of them has a cowboy hat on, Colton. The other is a visually impaired student from China on our campus named Chen. I watch a little bit longer, and I can see Colton is showing Chen how to play the accordion. I have two thoughts immediately. First of all, where else in this country is that going to happen? Where else are you going to see a student from rural Idaho teaching another student from China how to play the accordion? Second of all, I'm thinking, who does this? There's no TikTok. There's nobody videoing this. There's nobody out, going to post it somewhere. This is two students who love music and love humanity. That doesn't happen anywhere but at the College of Idaho, and it doesn't happen without students like Colton Troxell. So please join me in welcoming Colton Troxell to the stage.
I'm Colton Troxell, and I'm a biomedical major here at the College of Idaho. I have minors in psychology, music, history, and professional foundations. I'm from Middleton, Idaho. I kind of grew up in a military family, actually, so home for me is kind of all over the place. One of the main driving forces in my attraction to come here was the scholarships I had gotten and the opportunity to apply for scholarships. I knew that I was going to be given a little bit more space to pursue my studies and support myself outside of that. Outside of just my major, my minors have also set me up really well for getting ready to go to medical school. I kind of flourished with going to a school that provided a liberal arts education where I could actually do a lot of those different things. The faculty at this college make all the difference in the world. You can have great opportunities to attend a school, and the school can have great metrics on like getting into medical school or getting into law school, but the faculty are the foundation. And I can attribute a lot of my growth to Dr. Andrew Gaddis here at the college because he is my organ mentor. It wasn't that long ago. Now I've been playing organ for 3 years, and now I'm performing with string players, and organ now is my outlet. My father says that he doesn't know how I can fry my brain in class. I'm gonna go fry my brain again by playing the pipe organ. But a lot of times when I have heavy days, I take a break, I go play organ, and I still feel refreshed. And I'm glad that I get to do something like that. So I actually had a conversation with my father not that long ago. He couldn't imagine me having done what I did at any other university. The college is really, open arms to me and really helped me out in a way. And they didn't think I'd be going the direction I did, doing research and going to Mayo or even becoming an organist. My family's ecstatic about, who I've become here at the college. And I hope they admire what I've done.
Good evening, everyone. As you already know, my name is Colton Troxell, and I was given the distinct honor tonight of sharing a little bit of my story at the College of Idaho as a representation of one of the stories of the many other students that you might hear from the College of Idaho as well. So I didn't want to just talk about myself while I'm up here. I also wanted to give credit where credit is due to the professors and the amazing people at the College of Idaho have helped grow me into who I am today. But before I can even do that, I must explain a little bit of my background and where I am from. I was brought up in a Mexican-American Marine Corps household living in the small town of 29 Palms, deep in the Mojave Desert. And though 29 Palms was my home base, I had homes that stretched as far as the state of Washington to as far south of the state of Michoacan in Mexico. The only issue with this was that I was stretched thin between all of my homes, and I didn't quite feel like I belonged at any one of them. That is, until we moved. When my father medically retired from the Marine Corps, we decided to move back to the family home state here in Idaho, buying a small ranch just outside the city limits of Middleton. To this day, we have lived there for approximately 10 years, and I can confidently say that Idaho will forever be my forever home. And it's not because I have lived here for 10 years, but rather because I was able to become someone true to myself here in Idaho and really discover who I was. One of those things was allowing myself to really nurture my childhood curiosity in the biological sciences. And so it might have seemed that I would have wanted to go on to do veterinary sciences given that I had spent so much time on a ranch. But I decided I would rather become a physician. And so one day while talking to my grandfather, who was an alumni of the College of Idaho, he suggested I look into it. During his time, he knew that the college did an outstanding job at setting students off to graduate schools and medical schools. And so when I looked into this, he was still right. But one of the other things that really caught my eye about the College of Idaho was the liberal arts education. When I was in high school, I had keen interests in history and music, but I didn't want to abandon those interests just to study a single major, and I knew the College of Idaho would allow me to do such a thing. But when I looked across the board at all the colleges, whether College of Idaho or anywhere else, college was going to be quite unaffordable. In high school, I had started my own landscaping company and had planned to pursue and keep doing it throughout my entire academic career, and I did. But it wouldn't have been enough by itself to cover the entire cost of college, even on top of the family funds that I was graciously given. The defining factor and what made me go to the College of Idaho was the scholarships that I had received. And without those scholarships, I wouldn't have been able to afford to go to the college, and I don't think I would have attended either. So I enrolled at the College of Idaho, and despite only living 15 minutes away from campus, I had never visited before enrolling. When I got to college, after I settled in my freshman year, I made sure I hit the ground running just to make sure I was fulfilling all of the requirements for medical school as soon as possible. And one of those requirements is doing academic research. So following my freshman year, I did an intensive 3.5-week summer research fellowship under Professor Harvey. Now, at this time, I wasn't expecting to want to do any research longer than 3.5 weeks, but Professor Harvey was such an amazing mentor, and I had such an amazing summer that I was convinced to keep doing it. I had a natural curiosity for the neurosciences ever since I was a kid, and Dr. Daniels, my now sole mentor, focuses on glioblastoma multiforme, an aggressive form of brain cancer. And this was right up my alley and the kind of research that I would want to do. And so I joined his lab. In short, I could talk very long about my experiences in Dr. Daniels' lab, but I can, in a short way, say that I grew profoundly in his lab. And my research was very ambitious, and I got to meet a lot of great fellow researchers, and our research even took us as far as Anchorage, Alaska, where me and my close friend, Ruby Olvera, presented our most ambitious work. There, we presented in front of a giant crowd of data scientists, and to our surprise, we would leave that conference awarded Best Oral Undergraduate Presentation out of all of the Pacific Northwest students that were also presenting at this regional conference. Upon returning back to the College of Idaho, Dr. Daniels, Ruby, and I decided it would be best that we publish our results, and so we did. And just recently, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, Ruby and I were listed as co-first authors on our very first research publication, published to the Journal of Cellular and Molecular Neurobiology. At this point in my academic career and research journey, I knew I didn't just want to be a physician anymore. I wanted to be a physician scientist, bridging the gap between neuroscience research and translating it directly to the bedside of patients. While I was talking to another mentor of mine, Dr. Witcher, she knew exactly what direction to send me in. And so just this last summer, I traded my boots and jeans for dress shoes, slacks, and a tie, and found myself in a place that was really different from the College of Idaho and quite different from Idaho itself. I was at what seemed at the time the flattest place on the planet, Rochester, Minnesota. While I was there, I was working at the Mayo Clinic doing clinical neuroscience research under Dr. Rodolfo Savica, a movement disorder neurologist focused on Parkinson's disease and the genetic risk factors that implicate it. And throughout the entire summer, I knew that the research I was doing was going to go directly into patient care. something that I knew I wanted to do in the future. At the end of that research experience, Dr. Savica even invited me to return after I graduate, knowing that I would be applying to physician scientist programs and knowing that that gap was going to take a while and I needed to fill it with some sort of research. And so just recently, I accepted my official Mayo Clinic appointment as a temporary research professional to keep doing research in Dr. Savica's lab. Though I did have to trade a little bit of my formal attire, and if you were at the board meeting, you saw kind of what that actually looks like. It's everyday boots, jeans, button up, and a hat. Though I had to trade that in, I made sure to stay true to myself, and as Doug mentioned, I wore my hat everywhere in Rochester too, whether it was in the clinic or it was outside. Many of my colleagues and new friends that I made were from major institutions along the East Coast and major metropolitan areas. I was the first person from west of the Rockies that they had ever met. And so I wanted to make sure I brought a little bit of Idaho to them as well. So I took them to their very first rodeo at the Olmsted County Fair. The only issue with that is that I will be returning, and the Minnesota Cowboys, they suck. They're not nearly as good as the Idaho Cowboys, and it'll certainly be something I miss when I return. No matter what, though, whether the prestige of Mayo or the fact that the Minnesota Cowboys suck, I will always remember that the College of Idaho and the professors and the faculty were the reason I was able to do such an amazing experience, because without their mentorship, I would have never been able to do something like that. But aside from research, I had several other journeys at the college as well, and one of those being the musical one. In high school, I was a self-taught musician, teaching myself how to play accordion, piano, and rhythm guitar, so I could obviously play my own country music. But when I got to the college, I wanted a little bit more of a formal training, and more classical one. And so rather than picking an instrument that I could fit in my backpack or put in the basement of my house or something, I chose the pipe organ. If you know, those things sometimes don't fit in some buildings, so now I have to travel to campus to go practice, but that's okay. I can accredit almost all of my musical growth to Dr. Andrew Gaddis, who is both a professional mentor of mine and an organ mentor of mine. And if you don't already know, he is also Dean of Faculty at the college and sole professor of organ. Though organ became my main instrument, I didn't abandon my other instruments. And so on warm and sunny days, I'm invited out on the quad by Dr. Knickerbocker on his fiddle, Dr. Weiss on his guitar, and Dr. Brooks on the accordion, which he often lends me. And we will often just play and jam folk songs out in the quad between our busy schedules just to have fun. I have never had a single class with any of these three professors, but I think it is a profound example of what the College of Idaho stands for. Faculty across various different disciplines supporting me, a student in a discipline that had nothing to do with theirs. And I think all of the faculty at the College of Idaho stand by this. One of the other things that I wanted to do tonight was to talk less about myself and really give some recognition to the amazing faculty on campus that have really shaped me into who I am. And so I'd like to thank of course, Dr. Daniels, Dr. Witcher, Dr. Gunderson, Dr. Pirtle, and Professor Harvey in biology, Dr. Thurston in chemistry, Dr. Jeff Snyder and Dr. Rachel Miller in history, Dr. Andrew Gaddis, and Dr. Thomas Posen in music. Because without their mentorship, I would not have gotten the well-rounded liberal arts education that I have. But it doesn't feel fair just to name a couple of professors, because I know that many of the other professors across campus have also had a profound impact on many other students' lives. And so I must thank the entire biology department, chemistry, history, psychology, music, and various of the other humanities that really cultivate the liberal arts education that we were all able to receive. But I was not able to have this education without all the people who are in here. The scholarships that I have been given were the reason that I attended the College of Idaho and are the reason that I know many other students were able to attend the College of Idaho. And so I'd like to personally thank Candy Dale for the scholarship that I have received and Catherine Albertson for that scholarship as well. I'd also like to thank a less recognized group of people who really support the students as well, and that being the alumni. In my case, Dr. Derek Erstad, a surgical oncologist at Baylor College of Medicine in Houston, Texas, has been personally mentoring me throughout my entire academic career, helping me really navigate the complexities of applying for MD programs and MD PhD programs. I know without the alumni and their help, many other students would be quite confused going off into their future careers. And so I would like to recognize that those alumni are also a profound help to many of us. And of course, finally, I would like to thank my parents, because my parents, I wouldn't be who I am without them, and they have been unconditionally supportive of me throughout my entire academic career and really through my entire life. And I truly hope that they know how much I love them and how much they have really helped me grow to who I am today. When I look back at everything that I have done and everything that my colleagues and friends have done at the College of Idaho, I recognize that none of it would have been possible without the faculty, the amazing faculty, I should say, at the College of Idaho, the alumni that support us, of course, everyone else at the College of Idaho, and finally, the scholarships that have allowed us to go to the college. I truly believe that these scholarships have allowed students to achieve a level of knowledge that they wouldn't have received anywhere else, and they would have been wasted potential if they hadn't had gone to the College of Idaho. There is one other thing, I'm pretty much done. I don't know if he's in here, but I want everyone to give a round of applause to Max Langley, who has been Max Langley is the auditorium tech that I often run into when I'm practicing organ and Jewett. And he is the one here tonight who has kind of put together everything. I truly believe he's the glue that holds these events together. And I believe that he deserves a little bit of recognition. So. But otherwise, that's all I had quite to say. If you want to hear more, I guess you could come talk to me, but.
They're going to give you a standing ovation.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. That was really impressive.
Thank you.
You can go if you want.
Okay. Thank you.
What I was gathering from his speech was the impressive array of educators and individuals that make that story possible. That incredible and impressive array of alumni and family, and many times one could say a surrogate family to make that story possible. And what an impressive story it was. What an impressive young man. He's single, which is surprising. He's also going to establish a university in the state of Minnesota for riding horses and bulls. I'd also like to thank his barber for not touching those beautiful locks. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the most beautiful, the most rewarding, and the most vital portion of our entire night, one would say of our entire year. It is with your sense of community and empathy that we can perform an act that is fundamentally decent for the students who are counting on you. And all we ask, all we've ever asked, is that your capability simply be equal to your compassion, to your sense of reciprocity, to your sense of kindness and doing the right thing. So let us live up to that definition of values and virtue of this community, not through our address or through our alumni status, but through our actions. This moment is about so much more than the power of your donation. This moment is about the power of your decision, and your decision equals destiny in the lives of these young people who are clearly going to be the leaders of the next generation. It's for that reason I want to dream big and I want to aim high, and I hope when you hear a level of generosity in which you feel inspired to give, to simply raise your bid card, and together we can do the right thing. Let's bring the lights up a bit and see who would be so kind and so generous to lead us in this moment and raise a bid card and cover nearly the cost of an entire year's tuition and raise a bid card to the amount of $50,000. And I'll make you a promise, not a single person in the history of this world ever became poor from giving. And you make a living by what you get, but you change lives by what you give. Say thank you to bidder number 283. Thank you to bidder number 368.
And
thank you at 50,000. This is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Does anyone else have the wherewithal, have the courage of their conviction, and have the sense of generosity to raise a bid card high and proud in the amount of $50,000? Do we have any of those bags of bacon left? Who would be so kind? Another one, bidder 227. Thank you so very much, sir. At 50,000. Would anyone else be so kind and so generous? That was 3 people at 50. As there's one more that puts us at the 200K mark. Would anyone be so kind and so generous at just 50,000? That's just 3 trips to Whole Foods. It feels good to give. You can either give 50,000 or get a 2019 BMW 5 Series. Like, why? Just get a Camry. You're fine. Would anyone else be so kind and so generous in the amount of 50,000? Then a big, beautiful round of applause to the 3 very generous people that just stepped up and did the right thing. It's because of them I'm feeling froggy. I want to see if anyone else would give it 40,000 to support this wonderful cause, to support these students. That's like 8 months. Would anyone be so kind and so generous in the amount of 40,000? It grows back. Don't worry. Bitcoin will go back up, kids. Would anyone be so kind and so generous at 40,000? Just raise your bid card high and proud. If you bidder 279, thank you so very much, sir. Handsome and generous. Good for you. Must be nice. Must be nice being that guy, waking up, looking in the mirror, going, this is awesome. Good for you. Good for you. Let's see who would be so kind and so generous to commit to a half a year's tuition for one student and raise a bid card high and proud in the amount of $25,000. Would anyone feel so? Bidder 196. Thank you so very much, sir.
Josh.
Thank you to bidder 239. You can smile. It's okay. There it is. Who else would be so kind and so? Bidder 290. Thank you so very much.
Don Strichke, thank you.
Jack has a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. That's your cue. Okay, well, there it is, a little jingle. Would anyone else be so kind and so generous in the amount of $25,000 for an entire semester to make an entire generation of Coltons? Would anyone else be so kind and so generous? Then a big, beautiful round of applause for these 3 people. Feels good. Now, we're very honored to say that our good friends, Dwayne and Lori what? Oh, we're going to go that high. Okay. We just did 25, Jack. We're on the next level. Thank you. You know what, though? You're right about something. We're going to get to the Stickles in a second. We're going to see who would be so kind and so generous to provide a Boone Scholarship and raise a bid card high and proud in the amount of $15,000. Would anyone be so kind? Bidder 192. Thank you so very, very much.
Trisha Bauer, thank you. Thank you, Phil.
Would anyone else be so kind and so generous in the amount? Bidder 123. How numerical. Thank you very, very much. At the Albertsons table. Is there a Winco table here who wants to put something up? Would anyone else be so? You have to use your debit card. You can't use your credit. Okay, anyway. Would anyone else be so kind and so generous in the amount of just $15,000? Then a big round of applause. Thank you very much to the Bowers and this handsome gentleman at the front. Thank you, sir. All right. Now, this is the part I've been waiting to announce. Our good friends at the We are so excited to say that Dwayne and Lori Stuckel are doing a dollar for dollar match at the $10,000 level. So let's just make them go broke right here and right now. If you raise a bid card at $10,000, they're going to match and also give $10,000. I'd love to see like 20 bid cards at least up in the air right now. If you can, you should.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you so very much. He doesn't even know what's happening, does he? No, I'm just kidding. Let's say thank you to bidder 684. Thank you to bidder 274. Thank you to bidder 139. Thank you to bidder 398. Thank you to bidder 102. I love you in Yellowstone, by the way. Say thank you to bidder 223. Thank you to bidder 395 with a smile. You've been a rock star all night. Bidder 422. Thank you to bidder 287 with a smile. Say thank you to bidder 166. Thank you to bidder 128. Thank you to bidder 200. Thank you to bidder 222. Gosh, I hope we're writing these down. Woo! Bidder 135.
Wow.
Bombshell coming in hot. She loves puppies and donations. I love it. Would anyone else be so kind? And how many was that? 14. I want at least one more. I want at least one more to get us up to $300,000 in donations and a match. Is there one more out there? Is there one more person? Bidder 287. Thank you so very much to the Arctic blonde gentleman at table 11. That's a good head of lettuce you got there, bro. I like that.
Thank you.
Thank you. You need a wedge to get out of that hair. Look at you. Good for you. Okay.
The Rowans, thank you so much.
We just raised another $300,000 thanks to your 15 donations and for your wonderful generosity. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Dwayne. Go home and thank Lori, all right?
Let's keep it going and see who would be. You know, I don't know about you. I'm a college graduate. Can you believe it? No. Yeah, don't be mad at me. I'm a banana slug, UC Santa Cruz. Don't worry, I don't believe any of it. Back in my day, you were surviving on ramen and popcorn. Well, today, yeah, there's beer, plenty of that, yeah. Keystone Light, that taste never leaves. But today, it's a different struggle. Cost of living has increased beyond what's capable, and I would hate to see a student have to choose between their rent or their cell phone bill, or to put gas in their car, or to have to couch surf, or have to depend on a coffee shop's internet. I would love to see who would be so kind and so generous to help cover the cost of housing and food for a semester for a student, so they don't have to worry about those things and they can focus on their future and raise a bid card high and proud in the amount of $5,000. Would anyone be so kind and so generous to cover housing and food for a student? Let's say thank you to bidder 108. Thank you for having such a big heart. Thank you to bidder 686. Thank you to bidder 134. Thank you to bidder 246. Thank you to bidder 339. Thank you in front, sir. Well done. What a sweetheart. Give him a kiss on the cheek. Say anybody else? I saw something in the back.
Hey, in the back there, we got 209.
209. Thank you so very much, my friend.
The Carpenters, thank you.
You're going to get a better table next year. Would anyone else be so kind? Bidder 133. Thank you so very much. What do you say, Nathan? And Nathan's lovely, sparkly wife. Bidder 134 as well. Fantastic. Who needs haircuts? You can donate directly. Who else? Would anyone else be so kind and so generous at just $5,000? Then a big, beautiful round of applause for all these generous people. Okay. Thank you, an absentee to Mike and Nanette Wysong and Troy and Holly Little as well. Let's keep it going and see who would be so kind and so generous in the amount of $2,500 to support these wonderful kids and this wonderful cause. Everything from books to tuition to software to computers that they need. Help them. Oh, actually, we're not even doing that. I forgot. Excuse me. You can cover the cost of books and course materials and more. And to highlight the year of our founding, this next level of giving is $1,800. 891. Who would be so kind and so generous to give at 1891? I bet there's an avalanche of generosity. Let's say thank you to bidder 693. Thank you to bidder 329. Thank you to bidder 347. Thank you to bidder 624. Thank you. Turn it around, the side with the number on it. Bidder 277. Thank you down in front to bidder 337 with a smile. Say thank you to bidder 393. Thank you, Dimples, bidder 265. Thank you to bidder 326. Thank you, the beard of generosity, bidder 983. Thank you so very much to bidder 211. Cool vest. I love it. Say thank you to bidder 206. Thank you to bidder 389. Thank you to bidder 128. Who do we appreciate? This lady. Say thank you to bidder 142. Thank you to bidder 120. Thank you in the back corner to bidder 271. Thank you to bidder 270. Thank you to bidder 114. Anybody else care to give at 1891? Then a big, beautiful round of applause. Well done, Yotes. Love it. Okay. Jack, how many tables are here tonight?
52.
52 tables. That means if one bid card goes up at each table, just one, we could raise another $52,000. Two bid cards go up at each table, we could raise another $104,000. For the cost of a pretty decent date night or a one-night stay with dinner at the Shore Lodge, you could instead come together and do the right thing on behalf of your school. Who would be so kind and so generous to raise a bid card high and proud in the amount of $1,000? Let's say, all right, everybody clap once with every bid card I read off. You ready? Here we go. Bidder 157. Bidder 255. Thank you, bidder 303. Thank you, bidder 691. Thank you, bidder 111. Thank you, bidder 373. Thank you, bidder 190. Thank you, bidder 251. Thank you, bidder 141. Thank you, bidder 250. Thank you, bidder 338. Thank you, bidder 393. Thank you, bidder 694. Thank you, bidder 648. Thank you, bidder 355. Thank you, bidder 353. Thank you, bidder 198. Thank you, bidder 399. Thank you, bidder 330. Thank you, bidder 215. I got 330. Boom. Thank you to bidder 332. Thank you to bidder 309. Thank you to bidder 249. Anybody else in the amount of $1,000? 1,000 is the new 100. Let's be honest with ourselves. Yeah. Say thank you to bidder 684. Anybody else in the amount of 1,000? How many was that? I'm going to guess around 25. 25 exactly. Look at me. Another $25,000 was just raised. I love it. Okay. Guess what? Forgot to say, Chet and Debbie Wood and Ellen Sakajan have teamed up to offer a $30,000 match at that level. We got 25. If we get 5 more, we can raise 60,000. If 5 more people give 1,000, we could raise 60. Will there be 5 more that have the courage of their conviction to just step their game up a little bit and giving them? There's one, bidder 265. Is there bidder 207? We only need 3 more. Bidder 331. We only need 2 more. Only 2 more out there. Where are you? Bidder 691 and bidder 192. We did it! Woo! All right. Okay, it's true. It's funny. It's weird and it's sad. The other night, I went to dinner at Barbacoa, which in all my travels, it's the only place that offers a hot rock for a New York strip steak. And it was beautiful, and the martini was made of ice, and you chew on it, and it was a really fun place. It looks like Johnny Depp's basement. But my party of 4, we easily spent $500, which was delicious and fun, but it felt very selfish at the end. And I asked myself, if I had just eaten at home, what else I could have done with $500? And so I challenge you to not make my mistake and eat at home, and instead raise a bid card and donate at $500. Bidder 113, thank you. Would anyone else be so kind and so generous? Bidder 308, thank you. Bidder 272, thank you. Bidder 987, thank you. Bidder 443, thank you. Bidder 116, he can drink and give at the same time. Look at him go. Well done. What's your name? I can't hear you. Your shirt's too loud. Thank you, Josh. Well done. Would anyone else be so kind? It's bidder 145. Thank you. Bidder 354. Thank you. Business manager, bidder 199. Thank you. Bidder 304. Thank you. Nathan, bidder 134. Thank you so very much for all you've done tonight. I can't wait to see your hair be double in length by this time next year. Say thank you to bidder 280. Thank you. Would anyone else be so kind and so generous? Big round of applause then for all the generous people. Okay. Now, this final moment to raise our bid cards high and proud publicly could be an incredibly unifying one. If you choose to give right here and right now, everyone will know, and it will be a beautiful final act of your generosity tonight. Raise a bid card high and proud if you can, and if you can, you should, and give high and proud the amount of just $250. Why not? It's your Verizon bill. You're fine. Say thank you to bidder 233. Thank you to bidder 275. Thank you to bidder 276. Thank you to bidder 237. Thank you to bidder 221. Thank you to bidder 202. Thank you to bidder 153. Thank you to bidder 982. Thank you to bidder 238. Thank you to bidder 273. Thank you to bidder 306. Thank you to bidder 189. Thank you to bidder 129. Thank you to bidder 184. Well done to bidder 390. And thank you to bidder 633. Thank you to bidder 321. Would anyone else be so kind and so generous at $250? Then a big, beautiful round of applause. Oh, there's more. There's more. Bidder 435 coming in hot. I like your style, making me work for it. All right. Now, as Jack said, there's 52 tables, which tells me there's about 520 people here. Now, whether you've given already or haven't given yet, or been waiting for that perfect opportunity to give or give again, if we all come together and put forth one final community effort, we could raise another $52,000. Our wonderful volunteers, tall, handsome people in the back holding these beautiful golden $100 bags, are going to be coming by your table. If you drop your bid paddle into one of their little bags, you will be making a $100 donation. And if we all participate, we could raise another $52,000. And there's a bonus involved. If you give at $100 by dropping your bid paddle into that basket, you will be automatically entered in to win this wonderful Yotes incredible gift swag bag filled with 4 2026-2027 all sports season passes, mugs, Yetis, license plate frames, jerseys, hats, foam finger, socks, and more. So, don't be the only person still holding your bid paddle at the end of the night. If so, we'll know that you didn't even donate $100. Now, volunteers, are you ready? Donors, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go. Oh, by the way, if somebody is no longer at your table, but their bid paddle's still there, just go ahead and put it in. They won't even know it's gone. This is the collection plate method, people. If the Catholics can do it, we can do it too. Here it comes. Everyone's watching. Don't be the only person still holding your bid paddle. Oh, who is bidder number 123? I heard it. It's somewhere back there. Bidder 123 is somewhere in that back corner. I think it's the young lady next to the man with the beard, somewhere back there. We have a $15,000 bidder, and we couldn't find them. So we're going to want to find that. Oh, that was you? Oh, there he is, the guy in the front. Excuse me, table 11. Thank you so much, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed the first half of tonight's program. I now have a very exciting and interesting 1 hour and 45-minute timeshare investment opportunity presentation. For the third time, it was my sincere pleasure to serve you. My name was Zachary Crone. Thank you to Jack. Thank you to Deidre. Thank you to all of our sponsors, our committee, our board. Thank you so much for having me. Continue to give generously. If there is any amount I didn't say, whether too big or too small, or you wish to give anonymously, feel free to talk to any one of our leaderships or give on your mobile device. And don't forget that 1,000,000 has 6 zeros. Without further ado, please welcome back the very lovely, hardworking, and talented student athletes, Keely and Jessica, to announce your raffle winners and take this event on home.
You got the raffle tickets to draw?
Kristen does. Are you coming up?
She's coming up slow. Thank you.
My pleasure. Great job.
A little slow over there. Sorry. Wow, what an incredible night.
This has been so awesome. Yeah, round of applause. This has been great. Seriously, never in a million years. This is just so awesome.
We first want to shout out Colton once again and give him a round of applause. He is just incredible. He makes me want to drop elementary ed and become a biomedical sciences major.
Me too, honestly. Brain cells are where it's at. Colton is locked in. Also, we wanted to shout out Brody White. Once again, he is seriously my ray of sunshine. You can even say the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. We love you, Brody. You are the best.
So exciting. That was so fun. So many tax write-offs. And thank you to everyone who raised their paddle.
Now, we will need a little help with the raffle drawing. Please welcome the do-it-all yote, the one who took 2 more and 4 to the next level, Christian Benishek. Woo! Yes! Come here, Christian. All right, so first up, we will draw the winner for the Ultimate Fan Package. Thank you, everyone who has dropped their paddle for the $100 donation.
Come on.
Mixer up there.
Who do we got?
The very lucky winner is number 279. Do we have a 279?
Yes. Awesome. Congratulations. Keely?
Yeah.
Oh, his socks.
Dwayne Morris. Dwayne won it. Thank you, my friend.
Where did he come from?
Okay, next up, we will be drawing for the Sapphire Ring.
Ooh. Oh. Purple tickets. Ooh.
The winner of the Sapphire Ring is none other than the very lucky 317974. 317974.
Is there a number on that?
Debater number 190. 190, paddle 190.
Just making sure you can read, Phil.
There's none?
190 going once. Twice. New one?
New one.
Oh. Yeah.
90 right there.
Oh.
Whoa, there he is.
You got a winner
Woo!
back here.
Buzzer beater right there.
Congratulations, my friend. Congratulations. All right.
Now, finally, the one we've all been waiting for, drawing for the Hawaii trip. Woo! Yeah, look at those. Look at those. Look at those colorful things. I love that.
Who's it gonna be?
Bidder number 39 is going to Hawaii.
39?
39?
39.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Hey, Winston, after 101 years, you're going to Hawaii. Rebecca, congratulations. Congratulations.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Rebecca says she loves Hawaii. Congratulations. Wow. She loves Hawaii and Winston.
Sweet.
Hey, can we get a round of applause for all these students?
Oh.
Thank you guys so much. Hey, before we depart, somebody lost their readers, and I think they might be Doug Brigham's, but he won't claim them. Anyway, they're up here on stage. Hey, I just walked over there. First of all, thank you all for coming tonight. It's not possible with all you do. I just looked at the number, and we're still tallying, but we've just surpassed $1.25 million tonight. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Lots of hands come together to make it possible, but without all of you, we couldn't be here. Without Nathan, yes. Thank you, Bob. Hey, thanks for sharing your time. We really appreciate you. And last but certainly not least, go Yotes.
Woo! Thanks. Thank you.
Are we going off or still talking?
No, we're still chatting.
Yeah. We have to thank our sponsors.
Okay. Yes, and once again, we just want to say thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys. And we just wanted to thank your generosity for tonight.
Your gifts ensure that the College of Idaho will continue to change the story for our students. Now please join us in recognizing our sponsors once again. Our presenting sponsor, DB Fitzpatrick.
Our title sponsors, Boise Cascade and Blue Cross of Idaho. Also, our Adopt a Yote sponsors, Albertsons, Del Taco, and U.S. Bank. Woohoo!
And our silent auction sponsors, Holly Troxel, Fisher's Technology, Pepsi, and Caxton Printers. And last but not least, our supporting sponsor, Albertsons. Go Yotes!
Go Yotes!